You're listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. I am your host, Al Mega, CEO of Comic Crusaders and Undercover Capes. In this show, I'm sitting down with creators from all walks of life to talk about inspiration, process, the lessons they've learned, and a whole lot more. Well, mi gente, it's your boy Al Mega. Welcome to a brand new Comic Crusaders podcast. Today, we're talking to some return guests, an amazing creative duo with a very late editor. Shame on you. We're going to shame you when you come on today, but only playing. I can't wait to meet you. But we have amazing creators here. They got a upcoming project named River on Kickstarter, baby. Numero 3, baby. We're going to talk to them right now. It is the Fugitive Poems team, the amazing creative duo. They are like Superman and Batman. You know what I mean? They are Captain America and Iron Man. These guys are the business. They are rocking it. That's it. That's it. They're the business. Let me introduce my friends, my awesome creators, the one, the only, Matteo and James Lines.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hey.
Hello. How you doing, guys?
Dude, thank you for having us. I'm so excited to be back.
Sure.
A big old cheers, everybody. It is 3 o'clock somewhere, guys. Don't judge. How dare you? We're having fun. And we're talking comics today. We're going to talk some indie comics. There's a return guest, so I can't wait to find out what these guys have been up to. Oh my God. There we go. As I said, we're going to have to do it. We have to do it.
Yeah, no, let's shame the hell out of them.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, editors, do they really take their time like this when they edit your book? But hopefully not. My man was napping. I understand that at a man of a certain age, at rest. And now, especially when you're editing tons of books, you know what I mean. Sometimes you're going through some disasters. Maybe you had nightmares. I hope he didn't. I hope he's fully recharged today. Let me introduce this editing man, independent legend that is helping my folks right here from the Fugitive Post teams, the one, the only, Mark Capitelli. Look at that. He's an editor of Lumiere Bon Vivant. Hey. What's poppin'?
Hello.
Yeah,
I was busy saving some children from a fire.
Is that why you're red?
That sound good?
It was the heat. Like, holy shit. It was so real. The Macy's real folks.
Yeah, I am red. Hold on.
He was really on fire. He was lying.
There we go. All cool off.
Those dream flames really burn.
Oh, listen, I hope it's dream flames that are burning and nothing else. You feel me? Hey. So with that again, so welcome Mark to the shenanigans, to the fun, talking about the greatness of what these guys are up to. This new book. I have a PowerPoint. I got the pre-launch page. We're gonna show some love, man. And in just a minute. I mean, bro, you believe it? It's like almost a year since you last month.
Is it really?
Yeah. I look back. I mean, this is 477. You were back on 315.
Jeez. I'm glad to be back. We always have such a damn good time with you, and I'm so psyched that you had a slot for us, and we could party together again.
Oh, absolutely! I can't wait because again, this is something new. I mean, 4 creative projects. You have people that back it and love it. You got Mark in the house now, so I'm dying to see how he came into this. The story about that promance, if you will. You know what I mean, and learn all about that. Yeah, that's my turn. But anyone take that shit, I would snuff the shit out of you. All right. Anyway, so, all right. So talk to me, fellas. James, Chris, what have you guys been up to since the last time we had it here on Comic Crusaders podcast?
Well, the last time we were here was for our Containment Breach anthology series, which we have 4 volumes of now, and they are available at fugitivepoems.com. You can go there, you can order them. we are almost completely out of the second printing of volume 2. Fugitivepoems.com. The first printing of Reborn is just about gone. So get that while you can. And we've been working on comics, man. James has been just plugging away at some incredible work. And we're ready to present next Tuesday at noon. There we go. That's volumes 3 and volumes 4, A Containment Breach, Beasts and Bastards.
Look at that cover, man.
That's all James.
That's fucking sexy, bro. Jesus Christ.
And then we got volume 3 of
Oof.
Ether.
Oof. Oof. Wait a minute. Oof.
Volume 2.
Yeah, look at these. Oh, yo, wait, you gotta show the girth of them too. Show that girth. Let them know how thick they are. You know, show the some. It's self porn. Let me see that spine.
Yeah.
The self porn. Show that girth, man. Come on now.
No, show it sideways, Mark, so you can see
sideways. Sideways on the spine.
No, the girth, the spine, Mark. The spine.
I'm trying to. Something hit my keyboard, and there we go. Okay.
Look at that.
She's thick. She's thick. Look at that. Look how pretty.
Yeah, they just.
Well, they look nice for yourself. She's pretty.
The new one, volume 4, is 192 pages.
No, you look at it. Look at that. Look how beautiful. What?
Yep.
Come on now.
Full of wild stories from ourselves and some of the best indie comic creators around the world right now. And these series, as you said, have been seriously popular. And we decided, and we're going to be doing a volume 5, but we decided it was time for James and I to put our indie work out there. And we've got our first ever comic coming out that's just the two of us, with Mark as our editor. And it's called River. Thank you. And it's the first chapter in what's going to be I'm being honest here, either a 3 to 5 issue miniseries. We don't know because it's growing as we make it. I have the ending in sight, but James likes to draw big drawings, so there's going to be lots of pages. He was telling me the other day, he's like, less panels, more pages. And I'm like, dude, I can do that. More pages. All the writer wants to hear is more pages. Like, yes.
Yeah. Dude.
Not what the editor wants to hear.
I saw his eyes go like, oh my God, bro. How long am I going to be on this?
More pages. Do you remember Myst, Al? Did you ever play Myst back in the day? No. Oh, okay, then I won't bother with the reference. It's a great old video.
Let me teach me. Almighty de Matteo.
Well, there was a psychopath bad guy in there who would just beg you over and over again and say, bring me blue pages. And that's all I think is bring me more pages. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, they are like blue ink pages. Let's go, baby.
That's go. Right. So we've got River coming out, and I'll let James tell you a bit about River. It was our first collaboration, and we've been working on it behind the scenes, and we're ready to debut it. And all I'll say before I turn it over is James has done some of the wildest, violent, funny sci-fi work I've ever seen on this.
Oh,
that's what I'll say.
I can't wait. Talk to me, James. Talk to me, James. Bring me the door. What up? What inspired you? What's going on here?
It's a really exciting story, and that's what inspired me. I think one of my favorite genres in film is when they cross sci-fi and horror. Stuff like Event Horizon or you name any of the Aliens movies, and that stuff's always inspired me. So this is right up my alley. This started as a short. As you know, we've been doing a lot of shorts to try to work on our process, how we work together, and also just to get our chops together, both Christian and I. Learning how to do the sequential drawing and to be able to do it in a way that I'm really supporting the story and bringing the visuals in. So so it really pops. So that's it. Started out as an 8-page story, and it ended up with a guy holding his own head that he found in an old 50s refrigerator in a back storeroom in in this like warehouse where all these drugs are being created. So that was the wild story. Christian told me that story. He actually started it off in the most succinct level. He had a 1-sentence story contest with his students, and that was. Did you remember the line, Christian?
I don't remember the exact line at all anymore, and I've been looking for it. But
It was something like man finds his own head in the refrigerator or something like that.
Al,
Just-
I do
just
this thing
amazing.
where I have my
And I
students.
was like, oh, cool. This is back. We don't work together anymore, but when we work together, I was like, wow, that would make a really cool comic. And so he turned it into this little short, and we made it. This was back at the time before we were even doing the anthologies. We just did it to do it, So we made this little story. We passed it around to all our friends, and the biggest feedback we got was like, oh, well, what comes next? What happens to these guys? Everyone wanted more, so
We were furious.
yeah. So
Wait, this is awesome. It stops. It ends here. No.
yeah. So
So
it's a great, compelling story. I think it's a great compilation story too, because some of the, Christian and I went back and forth so much. Some of the characters that are like main characters now were just sort of like, for example, the two, you'll see there's two beautiful ladies in there. They were originally called Tech 1 and Tech 2 in the script. Like, he didn't even say whether they were man or women. They just kind of delivered some line about the, they were doing a forensics examination outside. There was a big gunfight outside in the snow, and they were just delivering some forensics information. And, I put them in, I gave them this flesh, beautiful flesh. And, they ended up being, now they're huge parts of the story. So it's, it was really cool to grow that way. I also fell in love with the villain in the story. His name's Eduardo Ruiz.
Oh, give me a Latino villain, yeah, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Eduardo Ruiz.
Eduardo Luis.
Give me that rolling off. Ruiz.
I got trouble for saying Aeropuerto today at work.
Hey,
So,
I don't.
guys like Aeropuerto. Dummy. But
hey, listen, that's the one thing Latinos got most. You know what I mean? At least we got.
Us Italians too.
Hey, mamma mia!
I learned how to do that.
Yeah, but it was back and forth, and I think it was really we had this other big story that we got, but this was the one where it really kind of linked for us, kind of got some traction on it. We really, got to get it out there and get it finished. And now we're excited to really have it turned into a whole arc of a story. It's really exciting stuff.
So
you have a bunch of different artwork up there.
I got the artwork. I got some of the artwork, but before you continue, I want to know this, right? Because again, you said this is your first time actually doing something. Right? Yeah. You guys, right? How did Mark come into play? I need the story of this romance. When did this happen? And I want to start with Chris, then James, and then Mark. You tell me if they're being honest. You know how men lie.
Al, I don't really like to talk about this. Mark has some photos of me, and I don't want to get into details. But he really wanted to be a part of Fugitive Poem. I said, no, you're not cool enough to be part of Fugitive Poem. He's got this manila envelope, and he just slides out these photographs. And I don't even know how he got them, but boom, he's a part of the company.
I'll tell you how I got them. 2 telephoto lenses on top of each other, because like a microscope wouldn't fit.
Doing his OnlyFans that's only sent to like certain parts of South America.
Mark is my childhood best friend since I was in 4th grade. He was in 3rd grade. We met telling dirty jokes in a gazebo on the playground. Who knows how dirty they were to 4th? I've got a 3rd grader now, and I'm like, holy crap, is he doing that? And the answer is probably yes.
He's probably putting us to shame.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely.
And one day, James and I are working on. He'd gotten to know James and whatnot, but we're working on
How did that connection happen with James?
through me. So I met James, and we started doing the comics, and then I introduced them eventually. But
What age was this when they got introduced? Like,
I think you met at a
How much
party
you
the
don't
first
know?
time, right?
Yeah, I think it was when things took off. That was when I really got to meet James. Until then, he was the mystery man. I kept hearing about. Oh yeah, I worked with this guy James. He's awesome. He does these great drawings.
and Mark is like, who the fuck is this again? Stop lying. Who is this guy?
You don't have any
This
other
guy.
friends.
James
Then I
Lines.
met him.
Like you
can't help
heard the name James Lines. Like, yeah, artistic name. You making this up? Stop lying.
Your friend
Right.
Bob Artist.
My,
You know
my,
what I mean?
my middle name is
That's why I
Swart.
like this shit. James Lines. I mean, that shit is crazy. Like, and the dope part is, you know what? Let me start bringing this stuff up. We got to start throwing shit off too. All right, so continue the story of the story.
So Mark, one day we're having dinner, and I told Mark how overwhelmed I was with all the stories for Containment Breach 2, doing the editing, and he's like, "Dude, you remember that I'm an editor, right?" And I
was
drink a
so
lot.
offended, Al.
Yeah.
Wait, so Mark, wait a minute. So how long were you an editor for, and where? Like you know,
I was
that he-
basically just doing some freelance
He was Bob
editing,
Guccio's
but I had done
writing
it
man.
in college. And my first job out of school was as a assistant editor for medical journals, of all things. And so I had some previous experience, and I liked his writing, and it was a great excuse. I fudged my resume, is what I'm trying to say.
But you got to fake it to make it. But once you make it, you keep going, baby, and you're here now. That's for sure.
Absolutely. No, it's great. And
He stepped in on volume 2, and everyone except one person loved working with him. He is a requested editor, except by this one person, and we've had great success.
And that
one person honored me by naming the biggest jerk in his comic after me. So,
Oh, really?
so we are just fine, him and I.
And Al, it's not like
I love it.
he just created a character named Mark. He changed the name.
Oh my
from
God!
previous drafts to Mark.
Oh, he said, "Fucking what was it? Fucking Microsoft Word, please change this name to Mark, and that's it."
Replace all.
Jesus, listen, brother, you don't gotta do that. That you know what? That's petty. Oh my, this is what I find that so funny amongst independent creators. How you talk all this shit about working together, building, and then so petty. Like I have this wonderful friend. I won't mention his name. Wonderful podcast, and he sends a message the other day to a particular group that I'm in. That I created just amongst podcasters that I like, and he's like, "I'm done interviewing people within the culture, though. I can't do the other podcasters. They always want to fucking argue." Like, this is why I only talk to creators. Hey, folks, this is what, you got to talk to these folks right here. These amazing people. This is how you keep this alive. You don't need to talk to other podcasters. They have opinions that are going to just brush against yours. It happens. You're going to argue, and then why should you be involved in that? Just a lesson. I mean, look at him. Do you want to be crucified like homie on that page? I think not, right?
That's it, Gardo, right there.
Talk to me over here, bro. Look at this artwork. Look at this black and white, beautiful goodness. Look at that beautiful logo, Fugitive Poems. I love the logo, how it looks in that corner too. That's beautiful. All right, so talk to me. What's going on here? Tell me about this beautiful cover. What's going on?
So 6 Pennsylvania cops go to the scene of a drug war, which just was a slaughter. There are bodies everywhere. And standing there behind them is this enormous compound that was never there before. They finally get in, and inside they find all this futuristic tech making this drug that none of the forensics teams can figure out even what it's made of. It looks like paper, but it's tabs of acid, but it's not even paper. And they can't figure out what it is, and then somebody shoots at them. A chase ensues, and one team finds themselves in front of what can only be a time machine. And shit just explodes from there when a beast comes out of the machine.
Ooh.
And that's River.
River. And what is River though? I mean, why River? What's that title? What's the significance of the title?
So Albert Einstein described time as a river. And when asked about time travel, he suggested that if it were possible to step out of the river onto the shore, then you could go up and down into a different time. And that was his sort of artistic way of explaining time travel. What has happened is the villain in the story has somehow harnessed a chemical compound that allows for time travel. It either, if you take a little bit of it, it makes your brain travel through time. But if you allow yourself to be wholly ensconced in it, it physically takes you. But no one understands how it works because these 6 Pennsylvania cops are just 6 Pennsylvania cops. They're not scientists. There's never going to be a scene where some expert says, well, you see, because of Compound 53. No, these guys have just been thrown through the universe, and all they're trying to do is fucking survive. And that's where this comic goes. It is non-stop action. So there are going to be clues and hints throughout as to how this works and what's really happening, whether the God particle is involved. There's a lot of science actually out.
Me up with this though, because the way you said it, right? Albert Einstein saying, time up and down. But if time goes forward, and he's talking about an up and down, if time goes forward, so he's really saying there is the possibility of a multiverse.
A lot of people,
different, sparks of time. Did you see Terminator 0, for example?
I haven't yet. How is it?
When they break down just the time travel thing, like it really breaks it down in a way that really makes sense again for the possibility of a creation of a multiverse of a possibility. You know what I mean? Because of what they're trying to attempt in the past. I mean, in the future. It's just crazy. Please watch it. I think they did a great job anyway. But James, how did that madness that this guy's talking about? And like, who did this cover? It was James, right?
Huh? James did the and has helped with.
Oh yeah, I did the cover here.
So that madness that he just spoke about, how did you translate that into this madness of a cover? Because this looks insane.
Well, I just took some of the elements of what he was talking about. Obviously, you can see the river, so it's kind of like a waterfall. It was so long ago that I did this one. I don't remember what it was that I did. I just took these different elements of life and death, like the two hands, and I forget. I had the obelisk was supposed to mean something, but I don't remember what it.
Tabs.
What?
The background.
Yeah. Well, so that if you look at it as a fishing net or the sort of overlay, that's actually what the paper tabs look like in the store.
Oh.
Like the non-paper acid tabs. That's how they find it, kind of in those big ream boxes you get of printer paper.
Yeah,
that's how they found it in the back of this Escalade, right? So it's all stuck in there like reams of paper, and they pull it out and they're like, "What is this?" They can't really even figure out what it's made out of. That's where that came from.
I remember those papers. But look at the art, man. Look at this panel work. Look at this artistry. Look how sexy this book looks.
Oh man, I love what he did here.
Right? Look at this. And I especially love this first panel here with the kind of picture-in-picture, if you will, kind of angle. I mean, beautiful, bro. And then your letterer, like who's doing the lettering on this?
James.
Yeah, that's me too.
Bro, you are a goddamn boss, bro. Shit.
He the one man,
bro, isn't he? Bro, he knows where the place is for word bubbles to not disturb the art. Beautiful. Bro, Mark, when you saw this come to you, these pages.
Listen, I'm a huge fan of like everything James does, man.
And Christian.
Was it today? I'm having trouble hearing over here. I'm sorry.
No. He said, and Christian, don't give him that. Don't feed his ego. Don't feed his ego. This is James' time.
Jesus. No, really. I mean, like, he's sitting at a comic book convention next to James while he's doing his drawing, and people are just walking by like, "Oh my god!" It's amazing. I mean, it's the heart and soul of so much of this company is in those pens of his. So it's cool to see. I mean, this this particular comic that he just does. I mean, I think you can kind of see some of it on the screen there. Some of the grisliest things, and instead of being disgusted,
I just noticed his panel. Oh, yo, face off for real. Holy shit.
That's a little bit of an inside joke in there, and that's us literally taking apart one of my girls that I was talking about earlier.
Oh my god, yo! Don't get him, ladies. Don't get him mad. He's gonna murder you in the book.
Yeah, she does not do well.
Yeah, this poor girl gets some of the worst of it, but there are things coming for her. So,
yo, does this man not have lips at the bottom? Is that what's going on there?
Which one?
Is never gonna enjoy anything again.
This is the first page we're looking at right here, and that's when we discover the aftermath of this drug war. And that James showed this to me. We had just started working together, and he shows me this shot of this man dead in the snow with his hand coming to me and this massive gaping bullet wound in his skull. And I was like, "Oh, I'm in love."
Yeah, I mean, it is beautiful. It is very cinematically displayed because like that old school cowboy movie widescreen style.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well done, James. Like, what inspired this? For you to especially do the artistry on this type of view, if you will.
Well, it's funny that you said cowboy movie. That first shot, that's 16 by 9, so that's a widescreen shot on the first one.
That's what I'm saying.
The Sergio Leone special, right there.
Yeah, not quite.
It's James Lines special now, baby.
Not quite a cowboy shot, but you're looking at Detective Sutton's boot there as he's looking down at what do you call this guy, Christian?
Oh, this guy doesn't have a name. He's just a dead dude.
He's
our first dead thug.
Name like Scumbag number 3 or something.
Oh yeah, I think it was Scumbag number 1.
Scumbag, scumbag.
I forgot about that in the script.
I love it.
Yeah, so
we meet.
Yes, over here.
This is them doing the typical back and forth detective scene while other people are cleaning up and doing their forensics and stuff.
We meet Sutton and Sergeant Morris, who are going to be two of our leads in this story, and they're investigating this aftermath because it's not just what it seems. There's a lot more going on.
So, Mark, man, how much fun did you have, checking out this book when they send it to you? Because I mean, I'm impressed by the artistry. James always does wonderful work, and I actually see, I think, more passion put into this because it gets more of your own, right? I mean, I think this holds more of a special a place in your heart, and I actually see it. I feel it even.
It's a baby.
So,
absolutely.
So, Mark, it is. I actually see it. I'm proud. I've spoken to these gentlemen a couple of times, but with this project, it does feel so much different and looks different. And I'm like, I feel like a proud papa here. Like, oh shit, man, my homies is killing this shit right now. This is dope. So, Mark, obviously, you know these gentlemen a lot longer than I. So, how do you feel about looking at?
Man, I mean, this is quintessential Fugitive poems right here. I mean, it's it's dark, it's grim, it's visceral. But
thank God he's not wearing titty nipple things and dancing right now. Look at this guy.
James, put some tassels on quick.
No, but you know what the best part is? It's all that, but it is also meaningful and in its own twisted little way. And it's something so different and unique. And I think that's partially because Christian was chasing the dragon. I mean, he was chasing an idea. And And he, just wanted to. I think we kind of took him off guard when we were like, "Yeah, okay, so what happens next?" And he was like, "Wait, what? There's no next. This was just a little idea I had." And then he, you know what, Christian? Why don't you tell them what you did?
Now, we put this 8-pager out in the world amongst all our most beloved. Originally, it was 8 pages, right? And the response we get, as James said earlier, is, "Oh, what happens next? What happens next?" And it sent me into a spiral. And it's like 2 a.m. I'm on my couch watching a movie that I'm not paying any attention to, drinking whiskey, going, "What do you mean happens next? It's over. It was a Twilight Zone. He found his own head." And then the anger erupted into fugue state creativity. And I ran to my computer. I'm like, "They want fucking more. I'll give them fucking more." And I wrote 2 more chapters of this motherfucker that night, drunk. And I sent them to James, and I emailed James, and I said, "Dude, if this makes no sense, if this sucks, don't even tell me you got the email. But if it's any good, let me know. I'm going to bed. I don't even remember doing it."
Yeah, I did the same shit with my brothers. I did my own story recently. I can't wait to share it, but I need their approval. My baby brother read it. I'm very happy, and he loved it. He thinks that it's something special. My middle brother, I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to murder you right now, bro. Like, fucking read it, bro."
Read it. Well, James loved it, and Mark joked about chasing the dragon. I was, because this story was a high for me. This first little 8-pager,
But look, you're drunk on whiskey. You're like, this came like from passion, drunk passion.
And but I'll tell you what fueled it even more is that I knew that if it worked, James would make it. And I knew that I had Mark there to make it right. And this is the core. This is Fugitive Poems. So when I sat down to do it in this furious fugue state, I was like, you know what? If it's good, it'll happen. And that was inspiring. Yeah. And now it has. And now we've got this first full issue, 20-page issue. It may end up being a little longer. We're going to see. But what we got on Kickstarter, that's the shock. That's what happens when you look at my OnlyFans. That's the expression.
Oh my! Hey, apparently, yeah. But everybody just starts bleeding. Oh my God, no, Chris.
He's got an account on No Fans.
Yeah, you know what? We should start that site, No Fans. See how many no fans we have.
But yeah. So this is it's now the first issue, which is so much more than those 8 pages.
Yeah.
What I felt was
hold on. Wait. I'm sorry. I want to stop you, but I'm looking at this picture. Like, okay, James, what inspired this look here? This smell. Because it's like, yo.
So this was actually this is one particular panel. She's reacting to somebody else, a close friend of hers, getting killed, and she gets splattered with the blood. So that's where that came from.
I mean,
we've all been there, you know.
People look like she's on ecstasy or some shit. I love it, bro. Yeah, this is insane.
Yeah, I tried to make her look as so about context, right? Yeah, you can say she looks like she's stoned or.
Yeah, something happened here. She is scared. Now she got blood on her face and ain't a period. You know what I mean? It's horrible.
And she is stoned because she's in the presence of the river machine. If you notice blurry spots around the page, that's the tendrils of river as a mist starting to go into her.
I see. Hey,
yeah,
boss! What a boss move, you guys!
It's all happening. The quote almost famous.
I mean, this looks horrible. I'm so sorry. This damn thing. But containment breeds across all the things he's going. They send me this picture across. I just want to share that. That's part of the manners that they do. But of course, this is what it is. I need you to visit 2 things, folks. Fugitivepoems.com. All right, we're not done yet. It's got, the side stories. We're going to talk. So you got fugitivepoems.com. You got to visit that website. Probably, right? I'm going to show you this next, which is the Kickstarter project where you can sign up early, get notified on launch. It's right there, okay, on the screen. But guess what, folks? We make things easy for you. It's also in the notes below. For my big homies over here, get on that pre-launch, get notified, because every project they do is absolute fire. Like that, I take that approved by the Comic Crusaders Authority stamp serious. and I only like really put that on a lot of the stuff only that I enjoy, not just for the podcast. Like every podcast, like I do read them things, and they have to be something I love for them to get that stamp. So with that, check it out,
Cheers.
Crusaders approved, baby.
Thank you.
No, no, man. Y'all do great stuff, man. So let me get that next screen going real quick. Just I want people to have that sneak peek because I'm telling them that this is just. I don't want them to think I'm lying. I don't want them to think I'm lying or fibbing on anything that you guys got it going on, right? So look at that right there. That's the page right there. The Kickstarter launching soon. All right. I don't want to ask AI. Get out of here. Stupid little apps. But anyway, River right there. Dimension hopping, time traveling, drug-addled, sci-fi horror adventure. I mean, if sci-fi itself don't pick this up as a movie, I don't know what's going on. This is a sci-fi movie in the making. And again, look at this page, the artistry, the pages. Yeah, one that I didn't have there. Look what's going on here, yo. Oh,
how's that for a drug trip,
bro? What in the fuck is going on here, bro? Because for me, listen, I just smoked weed before this, and I'll be honest, and I looked at this page and I'm like, yo, what in the fuck am I looking at right now? Like, what is like if I was in his position, I would go absolutely mad.
Yep.
You'll enjoy it twice as much on weed.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm like, yo, I could just see Mayans and fucking pilgrims and God knows what else I'm looking at right now. I love that.
Yes, that's actually those are two stoners. They sort of reminded me of Beavis and Butthead when they were in the script. So they're sitting out in front of a sort of quickie mart, and they drop these tabs. And so if you take the drug, it sort of gives you a little bit of the same sort of experience that you get while you're around the machine. And of course, if you go through the machine, that's the full fuck. But this one, when you take the drug, you sort of get these glimpses into other worlds and so forth. So they're supposed to represent like bubbles that you can see through into other realities.
So
different time frames and so forth.
So in the story, since being that I didn't have an opportunity to read the book, so in the story, being that I have this ability, is anyone smart enough to create and craft maybe stories and use it to their advantage, or is everybody just like a fucking drug addict?
It is too powerful for most brains to handle. And there are all these, what the cops are worried about is that this drug hit the street a few days ago, and there are like over 100 kids hospitalized and a whole bunch dead already. So most people can only see it. The cops, however, are going to have to learn how to navigate it because they have no choice. They're in it now.
So, but who's this guy over here looking like Jesus and shit?
That's Edgardo. He's remaking. You said Jesus. It's funny because he's remaking the world in his own image with this drug.
Oh, shit. It's a new religion, if you will.
Edgardo is God. Is what many Edgardo Ruiz, is God. Is what most of the kids.
Come on now.
Edgardo is God. Is what most of the kids taking this drugs, the ones that can speak. That's like the only phrase they're repeating.
Word?
Yeah, and he is trying to remake the world, really, in his own image, to make it his own, to be the ultimate leader of a stoned, immaculate population.
So I need to know who's going to wear that jacket at the convention, bro. Somebody's got to make that jacket and wear it.
That's for James.
Wait till you see the fat guy in that jacket.
You're going to have to be more specific.
Oh shit! Which fat guy?
No. However, if I remember correctly, in that drug trip scene, you can see a female wearing it. Am I right, James?
I think so. Yeah.
I think that there's a in the trippy scene where the two boys are having the images.
So how do you feel, guys? This is, you have 4 created. This is your 5th coming up, man. Like, how do you feel about this baby right here? Having this awesome team. Like, I'll start with James on this one. How do you feel on this one?
Oh, this one is great. I mean, we are coinciding too. So we're actually working on a 6th one as well.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So this has been allowing me to kind of trade off between the two. They're both fugitive poems, so there's similar stuff, but one's kind of more grindhouse. There's comedy in both of them, but the one that the other one's called Stripper Clip Sally that we're working on. That one's got some. It's a bit more comical than this one.
Oh, so give me some strippers, yeah, baby. Let's go.
Oh, there's plenty of strippers.
Yeah, plenty of strippers. This one's going to be. This is a wild one. So that's actually what I've been working on recently. We got this done. Of course, I'll be going back for this one on issue 2, but we got both these stories going. Some of this stuff that we're looking at, I did a while ago, and some is more recent. We had a progression of black and white, as you saw in some of the earlier stuff, to sort of black, white, and blood, to color on this image alone. But I think this is going to be a promotional image. I think we're going to keep it black, white, and blood now that I've been working on it.
Well, yeah, I love it. I love the look. I'm a fan of that style. Yeah, but I certainly.
Yeah, it's really hot right now. So.
Fuck yeah, bro! Keep it just like that. For real.
His pens are so sharp. It's almost like he carves the images into the page, and the black and white really shows that in bas relief.
Absolutely. So Mark, let me ask you something. I mean, these are your friends and all. You're an editor.
Let's not get carried away, Al. Come on.
How do you navigate, your professionalism with your friendship to make sure that you kind of like let them know this is how I feel about this, that, the other as an editor? I mean, just want to know how you break that down, because again, when you're with friends and being an editor, this is business, 2 things that should be separate. How do you divide that and make sure that you don't spend people?
Well, they make it really difficult for me. I say, hey, did you see this? I think you could do better than that, or this needs to be moved over here. And they go, oh, yeah, absolutely. That's about how difficult it is. No, seriously, I mean, we're all in it to win it, and we want it to look its best. We want it to read its best. And, nobody's taking anything personal, because this is the big one for our company, and we want it to be right, and we want it to be perfect. And listen, I'm not always right either. And, my suggestions sometimes they win me over, with arguing something. It has been known to happen, but I mean, it speaks for itself. Look at it. They're really, I mean, especially when I'm working with these guys, it's such a light touch is needed, because the fact is they're just so damn good at what they do.
Oh, they absolutely are. I've had this several times, and all I see is amazing creators, and especially from the Northeast up here. I mean, for Chris and these guys. I mean, for you guys are awesome, James. Like, wow. I'm proud of this. I really, I can't wait to get live. I don't do many Kickstarters just because Rob Liefeld leaving a bad taste. He still owes me my book. Yes, I'll mention this every other podcast and stuff. Motherfucker, what's my book? God damn it, Brigade. I'm waiting like 15 years already. What's going on? Who the fuck is a 15-year goddamn fucking Kickstarter? Anyway.
Al, let's go to the next con that he's at, and we'll exact some vengeance.
We're gonna wrap him up. That's it, brother.
15 years, we'll cut his feet off and sell them on eBay.
I would love it.
Feet off.
Draw them. You can't have them.
Draw these, motherfucker.
Yeah, but that's actually. Could you imagine this line? Look, I guess you guys have just we do a Marvel type funny fandom book. That's the perfect line right there. Is you can't draw the feet, you can't have feet. No. No, sickos we are. Don't even, Rob, no, and so we're just fucking with you. But I do want my book though. Like the next con, I will approach you. I respected you last time. I didn't want to embarrass you, but it's Puerto Rican. Don't cancel more. I'm not married no longer. Let's go. And you see that website? That's another website people need to be checking out. The fugitivepost.com. So talk to me. Right? Is that where people will get everything that we need within the universal FP?
Yeah. Volumes 2, 3, and 4. 2 for only a little bit longer of Containment Breach are available at fugitivepoems.com. Volumes 1, 2, 3, and 4 are also available digitally. So the only way to get volume 1 is digitally.
So wait. You're telling me you will never, ever print volume 1 again?
We have ideas about that. I don't think it will ever be printed the same way it was.
Oh snap!
Claudio, love you, my Italian Canadian friend.
Hey, Italiano.
We talked about a possible redo or redux, if you're Francis Ford Coppola. We may one day do an upgrade to it, but as it originally, it's an artifact now. It is foundational to our existence, and we kind of dig that we're hanging its number up in the locker room.
Why don't you do you know what you should do, guys? Like the ideas. If you actually have one still laying around, even if it's your personal one and it may break your heart, do a time machine and just put that on a time machine, bury it somewhere in an airproof box 20 years later. You know what I mean? It'll be worth $10 million because apparently there's been so many movies and stuff made out of it. You know what I mean?
Actually, it's the only place you can see the first 8 pages of River. If anyone happens, there it is.
Wait a minute. Oh, James got that bad, boy. Hey, look at it. Make people jealous. Look at that. Show that girl. Show that back. Look at that. Look. Show those early pages too. Look how pretty.
This one's very, very
thin. This is our thin zine beginning.
It looks like one of those old DC thin books, right? The Elseworlds.
Yes.
So you said the other ones were thick. This is like a 26-mile runner.
It's Ethiopian, but it lasts long. It's all right. Hey, look at that. Hey, oof. Look at that artwork. Look at those colors. Look at those pages.
We actually stuck the short River in here. Kind of fill up some space.
Look at that, folks. Look at
that. You have the first ever appearance of River, and it's the first couple of pages of what you get if you order River issue 1 on Kickstarter, which goes live next Tuesday, September 10th.
This is the story that we were talking about. That was the one that was the cliffhanger. Everyone was like, "What comes next?" That's the actual short there.
Oh, yep. Nice. Oh man. So talk to me about convention appearances, guys, because you got this project coming up. Actually, even before that, with the project coming up, do we have a start date? Anything planned? Like what's popping? When can people start throwing money at this like they at a strip club, making it rain on the FP team? Huh? You know over here, my man Mark promises to dance on a pole real sexy for everybody in a bear suit. You know what I mean? Hey.
He is our company eye candy. So
hey, there you go.
Hey, Mark, it went sour.
The Sour Patch Kid.
That's not true, Christian. You're forgetting our table mate Melanie. She was our eye candy.
We did when we did the Undiscovered Realms Con in White Plains, New York, a couple of months ago. We did have Melanie Flanagan as our eye candy at the table, and we were very grateful to her for it because otherwise we're a damn ugly table.
Yeah, I hear you. Not that I look 10 years younger, like you said, guys said in the green room. I guess the commander's table on myself finally.
Well, you got to show up and stand by ours and be all right, Candy.
Absolutely, but I wear a trench coat looking like the Matrix, but I promise I wear clothes underneath. Don't you worry.
Hey, listen, whatever works.
Hey, bro, listen, I got stunned once in the village. Me and my boy, my wife, and his girl, we were driving around the ville. We were about to go to some club out there, right? And we had a green light, and this is New York, and it's in the 90s, late 90s. And this dude in a rollerblade and a trench, we see him coming up, comes across, and we're at the red light. He stops in front of our door, and he taps the window. My boy rolls on the window. How can I help you? And my dude just goes, "Tang!" Oh, you see the mandinga like this and shit. And then he just skates away. My boy's, what the F? Yo, he starts going nuts. You know, me and my wife, ex-wife, had just finished smoking a blunt. So we just laughing like, yo, Tony and after New York. Because I promise you, the weekend before that, like that Friday, I had just gotten out of work. I worked at the east side of New York, around 42nd, right? The east side. And I swear to God, bro, this dude walking around in tighty whities, cowboy boots, and a backpack in the street. That's it.
Oh yeah,
that's it.
That dude's pretty famous.
Playing the guitar?
It wasn't the guitar guy. It was someone else.
It was just a dude.
Another dude.
Wasn't the naked cowboy?
No, I seen him too. It wasn't some other random dude, bro. Fucking people, man. I went through that, but I think Mark, if you want to bring it to the table, or James as artists, you know, they sit there in your tidy white do art, it'll bring attention. That's also artistic. You're sending a message.
Exactly.
And then, you know, as an editor, as an artist, this fucking
so we got a con coming up.
Talk about it. Which con?
November, what is it, 15th?
15, 16, and 17.
Where?
And, White Plains, New York, at the county center. It's the Blood and Ink Con. It's going to be. It's a horror
and tattoo and horror con.
Thank you, Casey.
Really?
It's a horror and tattoo con, and we are going to be there.
3 floors.
Tattoos on site.
Yeah. The whole downstairs is tattoos, and then the horror con is I believe the second and third floor. So it's a big venue. It's actually the same venue we went to for the last one that we were talking about.
So, but wait, really? So, how nice is that? You guys got me intrigued. I'm up here. Wait a minute, and I can hang out with you guys. Maybe get a tat, on my arm.
Oh yeah.
Real, bro.
We'll find that trench coat rollerblade dude for you. You can have a nice New York experience again.
Hey, let's go.
You get that tattooed on your thigh.
Oh shit! Well, hey, folks, it's a secret tattoo. Don't tell me. Anyway, but folks, I mean, this is what it is. So, all right. So you guys not doing New York Comic Con then?
We're not doing it this year. We're probably going to do it next year. We want to get a few more products out there and show up with a shelf load of goodies.
All right, bad.
And
hey, Rhode
Island. Not this year. We're going to be kicking into a whole bunch. We've been really focused on production. Like I said, Stripper Clip Sally, like James said, Stripper Clip Sally is,
I love that name,
right behind us. She's coming all over the place. She's ready. And so we've been really focused on
extra.
We've been focused on producing a lot. Next year, we're going to be banging out a bunch of in-store appearances, bunch of cons. The year of Fugitive Poems is coming, and it's going to be full of goodies for everyone.
Oh shit, man! 2025, the year of the Fugitive Poems universe.
Year of the Fugitive.
I cannot wait. Listen, bro, let's get it done. Yeah, I like that. Year of the Fugitive. You should do that shit as t-shirts, hashtag, all that shit. Make it you, Mark, and James, and Charlie's Angels poses on a t-shirt. Fugitive Poems 2025, baby. You know what I mean? Let's get it done.
We need you behind us. What's the name of the guy that hired the Charlie's Angels? Oh, Charlie, what?
You know what I mean? I'll be behind you.
Listen, you'll never believe who's buried in Grant's tomb either. You thinking of Bosley?
Bosley, yeah, Bosley, motherfucker. No, but Bosley was wasn't it Charlie the big boss? Bosley was the handler.
He was just the
Bosley was the handler.
I was totally thinking Charlie.
was the
I was thinking Bosley, yes.
Yeah, but Bosley is fucking the handler though. Charlie is the fucking the boss though, wasn't he?
That's right.
Yeah,
he understands show titles, not me.
Yeah, bro. See, I got it. But Bosley is right. He was the homie, bro. Bosley is James. I really see it. Bosley without a beard, with a beard, that's not him right there.
Right. We gotta get you as that.
Yeah. Oh, bro, I would love to take that picture the next time we fucking do. Fuck yeah, that'd be fucking hysterical, bro.
Absolutely.
That would be fuck yeah. I'll be down with it. I support you guys. So you guys got to stamp for approval. So, folks, one more time. The project, you could get notified on launch right now. Please go ahead and join that Kickstarter project. Fugitive River. That's 3 minutes. It's going to be their 5th project that's going to be kicking off. Total love. These guys are amazing. You saw the artistry. It is gorgeous. They have a wonderful editor that gets the job done too. It is making sure that these guys are fucking kicking ass. I mean, that's what good friends.
I'm going to edit James in a minute. What the hell?
Yeah.
I don't know what he's doing. Right?
Just left.
Yeah, but
He
just Biden us apparently. How do I get off the stage and shit?
His daughter's gonna come up and be like, "I'm the artist now."
Oh shit! Now I love this.
Actually,
this is what I love when we go live. This is fun.
We've got crazy first day deals. You want to click notify me on launch because we got some amazing day one deals on the Kickstarter. So click notify me on launch. It's where you can jump on that motherfucker the minute it pops.
You hear it? Day one deals. That's the good shit. And of course, when you want to catch up, you go to fugitive.com. You get all that goodness, all those backstory, all that amazing goodness that's yourself. Except volume 1. You're done, bro. You lost. Unless you try to rob James' house to get volume 1, and because my man Christian was smart enough not to show his off. He doesn't even want to show us where it is. It's that valuable. All right. So stay tuned, folks, for what this amazing universe has in store for everyone. And my Crusaders, thank you for everyone that has tuned in and showed love, for your comments, everybody, for showing us support for these amazing independent creators. James, I don't know where you went, bro. He Twilight Zoned us. He Bidened us something. He walked.
He's running to the basement. He's running. I guarantee you, he's running to his studio in the basement to show you something. But it'd be hysterical if he never gets it. Yeah.
Wait, so we give him
a there it is.
We're wrapping up, James.
Just on time, brother. Oh my gosh. You just Bidened us. Like, what you got for us, bro?
So I told you we're going to HorrorCon.
Yeah.
So I've been creating horror-related images. So we showed a different one, which I can't find. It's around here somewhere because I'm still working on about aliens. But I got one that no one has seen yet. So this is an exclusive for Al Mega here.
Oh.
I don't know. Have you seen this movie?
The Witch.
Yeah.
Look at that goat up there. Black Phillip.
So it's a bizarre image, and if you've seen the movie, you'll instantly recognize it. But it's a movie called The Witch. What is that out on?
It's I don't know where it's streaming. I've got it on disc.
I think it's Netflix. It's a great sort of slow burn horror movie set in the late 1500s, and it's really all about superstition. And the director Robert Eggers sort of takes what would be superstition at the time. This is like early. I mean, it wasn't even America yet, right? It was the colonies. He takes the superstitions of the time and makes them as if they're reality. So this young woman here is part of this sort of farming family, and the goat in the background, his name is Black Phillip. he's got a very significant part in the story. So I won't put any spoilers in there, but this is the second piece I've been working on. I don't know where my aliens one is.
Yo, that is gorgeous, bro. The hair, everything you did on it, and that lettering, fucking boss.
How great is that lettering?
Bro.
By hand.
No, I got to give away a secret. That's not hand lettering. What I usually do when I do this is I'll take fonts and stuff, and I'll print them out at the size I need, and then I don't really trace them. I kind of change it up a bit, but I do start with fonts. So I am not that talented of a. Some people can do that from scratch.
James, just say thank you.
I really do. When someone asks if you're a god, you say yes.
He's humble, and that's great because I used to take calligraphy, so that's why I was enjoying how beautiful that.
Oh yeah. I took that in like the 5th grade. Calligraphy.
Yeah, I took it in junior high school, and my man was serious, bro. We would fuck up a curve on that. My man would come up with a ruler, like, yo. Yeah, I had a tough, dude. My 90s teachers were no jokes, son. Oof. Mr. Jackson, he had a ruler where that he would smack you on the back of the legs. This is not even legal.
Yeah, not in the 90s was that okay?
One day we stole it from him, and he was looking for it. We hid it for a week, and he literally said on that Friday, if my fucking stick is not back here by fucking Monday, I'm gonna fuck somebody up. Like, oh, so we put the stick back when he left class, or we figured it out, right? Bro, do you know this guy climbed up on each and every one of us and smacked us on the back of our legs in the middle of a hallway? We would just drop. Oh shit! Yes, our science teacher, Mr. Jackson. Fuck you, bro. On my legs, bro. That shit was foul, embarrassing. Man, just dropping like a sack of shit in the middle of a hallway in junior high school, bro.
Yeah, it's funny. These guys went to school in the 90s. I remember what you're talking about. I used to get whacked.
Oh, so you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I had dude, Mr. Bacamino, another motherfucker. He used to throw erasers at me, bro. So we
used to have to put our hand on the desk, and she'd whack our hand with a ruler.
Shit. Guys, we need to make comic books about abusive teachers, but maybe they were actually demons.
All right, man. So I found the aliens. Everyone's gonna recognize this.
Let's see this. Oh, dope! Look at that motherfucker, bro.
Just starting on the colors on this.
That is so.
Ready for HorrorCon, man.
Oh, it's fucking beautiful.
It is, isn't it? Look at that. Monstrous.
All the the Geiger sexuality at play.
Yeah, hey, bro, that's what Geiger was known for. So that's actually the right thing to do. He did it the right way. Fuck yeah,
damn right.
Mosh, fuck yeah, bro. Don't get offended. That was what he was. Geiger was a sicko. It's okay. James could be a sicko. It's okay.
James is a sicko. That's why we work so well together.
Sicko to me equates beautiful fucking art, bro. Yeah, he's a monster. A sicko on a good level, baby. Fuck yeah. All right. With that, folks, for real, bro. Yo, James, thank you for disappearing on us and not telling us what you were doing. We were concerned that you biting us and maybe you lost yourself in a moment. But thank you for coming back.
You thought I did the Irish goodbye?
Yeah. Hey, listen, Puerto Ricans do that too. You know, don't worry. I smoke a blunt sometimes, disappear, and I'm taking a nap. Bye, guys. I'm saying shit. But Christian, James, pleasure to have you back. Mark, and also pleasure to meet you. I hope they get to meet you, brother. So, are you going to be hanging out with these guys at the cons too?
Yeah, hopefully.
Absolutely.
So I hope they get to meet you.
The cops don't find me.
Oh shit, bro! I'm hanging out with you guys. Fuck, you're in trouble, bro. Yeah.
So Al, you decided to come down?
I definitely want to be there. I don't want to miss this horror one, man.
So just do me a big favor. Just resend me the name so I could talk to them, see what's available for me to do over there.
You got it.
you know, and then you know, if it seems like worthy trip again, you know, where I could get some content, you know, besides nothing so you guys, I know you're wonderful content, but I want to get a lot more, of course, you know, make worthy the trip.
Of course.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You know, as well. So yeah, if I could do it, I would definitely love to. And we get give you guys an honorary blunt. If you guys do it, if not, you can watch me smoke it and smell the secondhand. Thank you again for coming on, guys. Always appreciate you wanting to come back, and I appreciate your energy, your creativity, and I'm excited about this new project. I can't wait to see how much fun that it gets. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure this is gonna hit several racks. It's gonna be crazy. Amazing team, amazing people. Mi gente, please support these amazing creators. I'm gonna show it one last time before I go. I know I said it multiple times, but this is what we do here. We gotta show love and support to our amazing creators, yo. Fugitivepoems.com for the old school stuff, right? Pick it up, the current, right? But the most important thing you guys gotta do is just get that reminder going. Yo, this new project, it is fire. You see how beautiful it looks, all right? This amazing team creator sign that is going to resonate, baby. All right, so make sure you check it out. Subscribe right now, and when you get notified, don't wait. Give me no excuse. I'm telling you now. So put that money in savings. When that shit comes out, you make it rain. Let's make it a hit like that Todd McFarlane. Let's get that $1 million in a day like Todd did.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
All right?
When Netflix picks it up, you want to be able to tell your friends you helped fund the comic, right? So let's get in now.
Talk about it, Mark. Talk about it. As CT said, the Fugitive Homeboys do not fuck around. They put out great books, and thank you again, everybody, for tuning in. I'm out, with Christian de Matteo, James Lines, Mark Capitelli. Hasta la próxima, mi gente. Wepa! Thank you for listening to the Comic Crusaders podcast. If you like the content, please subscribe and turn on notifications. Also, please visit comiccrusaders.shop and our extended podcast family over at undercovercapes.com. And also, make sure to download the Comic Crusaders app on the Google Play Store today.